Shak, you joined the club in pre-season. How have you found things so far?
I found it pretty interesting coming from a lower standard. It's challenging, but it's been good. I mean, the scorelines don't really reflect how we played or how I found it anyway. Some might look at the scorelines and think she must be out there a poor time, but I'm enjoying it.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm 23. I played for my local grassroots team for 10 years. I started when I was 14. I didn't really play football before that. I didn't really get the chance with being a younger female. But yeah, so I played for that team for 10 years. It was only the last season with them during COVID that I thought set myself a target and try and go a bit higher. I didn't expect an opportunity to arise to play in the National League. I would have personally, if someone had asked me, I'd have said I wasn't ready for that. But yeah, I mean, here I am and enjoying it. So, I mean, I'm also a one-to-one coach, if anyone's interested.
So it's been an inconsistent start to the season, but we head into a run of 2 games in 5 days. How would you assess our upcoming games against Harlow Town and QPR?
I think we know with how we've played previously that it's not going to be easy, but I think we've learned a lot in terms of us as a team and new things Fanny's tried to instill into us, which has been effective in the game so far. Again, the scoreline doesn't really show that, but we know we're the ones on the pitch, we know how it feels, we know the differences, we can feel the changes and they're positive. So I think we know obviously QPR will be a tough game, but it's nothing we're not ready for, I don't think.
It was an unfortunate defeat to Wimbledon last weekend. What were your thoughts on that game?
I mean, from the sideline, it definitely looked like it was easier to pick up on what we could have done better, what we weren't doing so great. But once I got on, I did realise they just played, I think they genuinely played better than us. But again, it's just adapting to it. I mean, obviously dropping down to 10 was tough, because then when I came on I had to cover I think 4 different positions. I was holding and then pushing number 10 in the attack and then left mid and then dropping left back that time, so it was tough. But again, to get Soph's goal at the end, I think it doesn't, that we come off the pitch smiling because of that. It wasn't the score, it wasn't anything to do with that. Soph deserved it. So.
And what pleased you the most about that game?
The fact that no one gave up. I mean, looking at the score, you'd think everyone's head would have dropped and we'd have given up completely, but I love the fact that the girls have completely changed their mentality when it comes to losing, and they push all the way to the last minute.
How would you describe the mood in the camp at the moment?
It's a strange one because you'd expect it to be dull, you'd expect everyone to be like demotivated with upcoming games, but just looking at the scores, I know other people outside might look at it and think, oh, you're having an awful start, but do you know what? The atmosphere never changes. We could lose on Sunday by a hefty amount, but do you know what? We come here on a Tuesday, we come here on a Friday, and we push and we work to be better for the next game, so the vibe never, it's never negative, so it's quite nice.
And how do you prepare yourself before each game?
Well, I have like my own little ritual that I stick to. Like, I have to be in the corner of the changing room against the wall. I can't be sitting next, I can't have someone either side of me. I have to eat the same thing every week before the game. I have to put my socks on a certain specific way. I have to tie my laces, like left boot first, right boot after. And if I don't, then my head's all over the place before I get on the game.
And finally, what are your own personal aims for the season ahead?
I just want to be, I think I'd personally say, a bit more trusted when it comes to being on the ball. Still being in class as one of the new girls, I think in training they trust me fully, which is quite nice. But then when it comes to the game, I don't feel as though they do. But yeah, I just want to start getting more points on the board for us as a whole, and maybe get a few more goals for myself as well as I did in pre-season.